If a store existed that sold superpowers, what could you buy from the discount bin? The ability to walk through walls. Only 1/4 inch drywall though. Kyle. Visibility cloak. A bright orange poncho it is. Fire lasers from your eyes that are just normal, weak, laser pointer lasers. Hey, cats would love you. Imagine if you can't turn it off. Everyone would know who's, but you were looking at, and when. Invisible to blind people. I mean, you could commit all the crimes you want in Hell's Kitchen. Was very confused. Thought you were talking about that show with Gordon Ramsay. Transparency. A bit like invisibility, but you can kinda still see them. It only works half the time anyways. Edit yeah translucency. I'm stupid lol. Static electricity. Nothing powerful of course but just enough to make my hands into joy buzzers whenever I feel like it. I kinda want this. Right now. You need a negative ion generator. You can use a 9V battery, 12V car adapter and strap it to your leg. You're welcome. Flying but only an inch off the ground at walking speed. This would be excellent for navigating minefields, or crossing pools of lava, or rivers of lava, or just the game where the floor is lava. Lava. Flying at an inch above a pool of lava is gonna get you roasted to death. Glowing. Not exuding heat, or producing high amounts of energy, just glowing. Mostly in the dark. Zach from Sky High. Sidekick. The ability to know exactly what I want for dinner. This would never be in the discount bin. Imagine how many relationships it could save. Always knowing the temperature of things. Maybe would only be a neat trick on dates. Aggressively slams fist on table don't eat that. It's a little too hot. You're welcome. Edit. I hereby deem thee thermometer man. I imagine you could become an awesome chef. Probably, but it'd take just about as much work as becoming an awesome chef anyways, just minus the thermometer. I mean, it's a lot less work to be able to just look at meat and say, yeah, it's hot enough, with absolutely no practice. Whatever Hawkeye has. Heartache and loss, a fine choice. Wait, you guys pay for this? The ability to turn into an insect. Ability to turn back not included. Ah yes, the Kafka. As an added bonus you slowly become alienated and ultimately killed by your own family. Whoa, spoilers. Instead of the ability shoot webs, silly string. I love this. The ability to read thoughts, but at the cost of mine being yelled back at them. I wouldn't even buy that from the discount bin. I'd be getting my ass kicked on the daily. Pretty much how I imagine it too. Your nipples become indestructible. I should warn you. I have a tiny bulletproof shield the exact size of a bullet, somewhere on my body. And if you hit it, I'll be unharmed, and your plan will be foiled. You'll be the laughing stock of me. Being able to guess how many jelly beans are in a jar. You could win money from this. Doesn't state that the guess is correct. Mild mind control powers. They can't get you lots of money or power, but occasionally you can convince a bus driver to let you ride for free, or get a beer on the house. So basically just being attractive. I'm too sexy to pay for this beer. Materialize anything, but it comes out of your ass. Getting that Nintendo Switch I wanted is gonna cost me a lot, but still worth it. The Lambo is really going to hurt. I hear they're a pain in the ass to maintain. The ability to aim your flatulence. It would make it easier to fart in someone's general direction. You could even fart in someone's precise direction. Stop an itch with your mind. Edit. Apparently this would immediately be put back on the shelves lol. That's ungodly levels of power. I have eczema I would buy like 100 of these. Shappa shifting. But only into people who find you attractive. Cries in Reddit. Say you're a 5. Shappa shift into the 6 that thinks you're alright. Shappa shift from that 6 into the 7 that thinks you're alright as a 6. Shappa shift into the 8, and so on until you're a 10. And once you're a 10, you can pretty much Shappa shift into anyone. It's Shappa shifting with extra steps. Until you Shappa shift back into someone ugly, then you gotta work your way up to 10 again. Always being able to name a character actor and the films/shows they've acted in. I know, because this is my discount bin superpower. My discount bin superpower would be character actress Margot Martindale's ability to get people to buy things from discount bins. The ability to know whether or not a fart is going to smell. I'll buy 3. 3 farts? Yes. The ability to honk other people's car horns with your mind. Xpogstog. The ability to see the future, but only through what the latest memes are at the time. You could just post the most popular memes a few days before, then turn that into a career on YouTube. Which means you posted it early, and then it gets reposted by someone else, thus making it the most popular meme of the day. Controlling the growth of hair on your body. Never pay for another haircut again, and always have perfect hair. A crap ton of people would buy this. I'd buy that full price, save hundreds. Be able to fill out any government form, knowing exactly what each question is asking from me. You'd be wealthy overnight if you could offer this service to others. Be able to slow down time, but you slow down as well. Edit. Yes, your mind slows down as well. You get what you pay for. Edit 2. So I think the most creative use for this power that I read would be to find someone who has the power of immunity to other people's powers. Boom, now that guy's got tier, and you guys can make a great team. So you slow it down for your mind. Tests, here I come. You can turn invisible, but only to insects. Bug spray. Basically, 50% of the quirks in My Hero Academia. Seriously though, at some point you gotta think, man, this kid can control ice and fire at a thought, and cause massive destruction in the blink of an eye. And I have a tail. Or the tape guy. He uses it phenomenally, but seriously it is just tape dispensers as elbows. Edit. Just want to clarify, I'm not saying his power is useless, but it is the bargain bin version of Spider-Man. And that's the students who made it into the Hero Academy. Some ordinary people's quirk can be that they have horns on their head or just weirdly shaped hair. Diamond Hardness head. Criminals will have a hard time convincing people that someone beat them up with their face, or that they broke their hand on someone's face. Also useful for riding a bike without a helmet. Edit. Thanks for all the replies. Blew up a little more than I expected. For all those who mentioned that diamond is hard but not durable, or something to that effect. I'm aware of it, and I understand there are many types of strength, durability or toughness, such as compression, hardness, or tensile strength. I just think iconic things like this are very comic book-esque. See characters like the Thing or Emma Frost, who are clearly more durable than the materials their powers are based upon. Let's also not forget this is a bargain bin. Though, I have to say I love how much actually is part of our nerd culture. Thanks again for all the info and perspective. I think there's a Spider-Man villain named Hammerhead whose whole shtick is that he's a mobster and his head is indestructible. You know how much danger you're in at any given moment on a scale of nano all to already dead, just don't know it yet. Now, I know that sounds pretty awesome, but consider that you wouldn't necessarily know what the danger was or how to avoid it unless those things were already obvious, in which case it wouldn't be that dangerous a situation anyway, right? I'm sure somebody out there would want this power, but anyone who thought about it first would realize it's just going to make you a nervous wreck and end up with you on several anti-anxiety meds and remaining confined to your own home. Those sparklers that Jubilee from X-Men produced from her hands. I wouldn't knock Jubilee's powers. Those fireworks at untrained Omgwatfers this level were enough to dazzle, daze, and stun grown men. Fully trained, she could, and did, level warehouses. She's also a near Olympic class gymnast, with all that entails, and when she was in the New Warriors as Wanderer, she had access to advanced technology similar to that of the Wizard, including flight discs, identical to the Wizard's, and gauntlets offering her enough super strength to pick up train engines. She was a depowered mutant at the time. She might not wear the Wanderer suit anymore, but I wouldn't bet she doesn't still have it, which would make her one of the most dangerous flying bricks around. All of the flashiest, most impressive powers would be cheap and discount binned, but they wouldn't come bundled with their acquired secondary powers. So for instance, you could buy energy blasts on the cheap, but only so long as you didn't want immunity to your own energy along with it. Hope you enjoy the exactly one time you blast your Todd Fire. I'm assuming your name is Todd, and that you name your energy blasts Todd Fire, you see, from your hands, before they're burnt off, and you're left with charred stumps. Flame on. Wake up 3 weeks later in the burns ward. So the ability to fly, but not the ability to land? Nice. The ability to live forever, but it doesn't come with the ability to stop aging. Have fun being a beyond decrepit 900-year-old. Invisible to blind people. I mean, you could commit all the crimes you want in Hell's Kitchen. Was very confused. Thought you were talking about that show with Gordon Ramsay.